It's good to see you again.
Nice to be seen.
Yeah. All right. We're good to go. All right. So I wanted to ask you, because I've got some questions, and I'll start with the one that's most eager first, is about, you've spoken about the dream state and how you're not really creating in the dream state, but my curiosity is that...
Wait. We would never tell you that you are not creating in the dream state, because you are.
Okay. All right.
You create your dreams in the same way that what you think and feel creates what you want to call real life. Your dream state is created in the same way.
Okay.
Your thoughts do manifest.
Okay. So anyway, that kind of cleared that one up. But
in fact, let's stay there for just a minute, because if you have accomplished an emotion, then you've accomplished this grid that will fill in with the details. And dream state is just those details filling in. And details can fill in faster in dream state because it's all vibration that you accept as vibration, where your expectation, you expect it to take longer for the car to make its way to the garage, or the lover to make her way into your experience, and so forth. But in the dream state, you can dream about it, and your expectation allows it to be more instantaneous.
And which brings me to a segue, because or what we are creating or seeing, experiencing in our dreams, an indicator of what is to come.
We would like to say it to you in a better way. It's an indicator of what has come, because your dream is a reality.
Very nice. Yeah.
But if you continue to offer the same vibrations that you've been offering, then your dream is an indicator of more that will flesh out in what you would call the more tangible reality that your neighbors can then see.
Very cool, yeah.
Which sort of brings you to the place that if you're having nightmares, you've got some things you might want to change.
Yeah, that's not the case here. I've been having these really great dreams.
And if your dreams are thrilling you, then just keep reveling in the deliciousness of the dream. And another thing where the dream can be very helpful is that as you achieve the emotion which has taken place before the dream can occur.
Correct.
As the dream occurs, now you have some more thought to think about. So now you can use what you remember from the dream as your basis of holding yourself in that frequency longer, which means you're practicing the vibration of it more. It just speeds the process. It makes the specifics fill in faster.
Very cool.
And if you're looking for speed, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, yes, I like that.
However, there's something about looking for speed of manifestation that has the tendency to shoot you in the foot, because it means you are feeling dissatisfaction in the absence of the manifestation. And that's the thing that you kind of got to get over, because any dissatisfaction you feel in the absence of what you want makes what you want stall longer. So it's a good sign that you're dreaming it.
Yeah.
Because it's close. But it's a bad sign that you're uncomfortable that it has, if you are uncomfortable that it hasn't manifested, because it slows it down.
Yeah, not as much so now. But I do have a question, because a large amount of the dreams that I remember tend to be prophetic in nature, and some of these have nothing to do with me. They might be considered to be a mutual dream.
They all have something to do with you, because you've created every one of them.
Right, but in these things, these events that do not have anything to do with...
They all have something to do with you.
Well, help me understand this. Like my mom, I dreamed that she was going to get a divorce from my stepdad. And now I didn't say anything to her at the time, but 9 months later she comes and tells me, and then I let her know about the dream. And I'm like, why did I have this dream? And this is the real question, I guess, is what was my role in that? Because I would, if it were to be my choice, I would prefer them to be together.
Well, sometimes what happens, what this question really is Abraham is... Am I picking up on something and interpreting it, or am I creating it? And we want you to understand that it's the same thing, because what creation is vibrationally rendezvousing. So let's say that something's going on with your mother, and because you are vibrationally aware of your mother, then you're able to interpret that vibration into something that is, in your words, prophetic. So in your you're reading vibration in the same way that in other words, if your mother were to come to you and say, I'm going to get a divorce, you would take that as information. And what we want you to realize is that your mother did come to you and say, I'm going to get a divorce, long before she said it with her words. Because you are all, the other day, Esther and Karen were walking through the back hallways of a hotel, and Esther's phone rang right as she was ready to come through the door. And it's her daughter Tracy saying, Mom, your mic's on. And Esther is laughing, thinking, I wonder what we were talking about. And then, as Tracy and Esther are laughing about it later, Tracy said, I guess we should just always pretend that our mic is on. And Esther said, you know, honey, our mic is always on. Even when our mouth is not moving, even when no sound is coming out of us, we are always transmitting to the boundaries of the universe how we feel. Our point of attraction is always being broadcast, and is always being received, and is always being answered. So there is much more communication going on vibrationally than any other kind of verbal communication.
And this is, as far as this topic it goes, so if my mom said that on a vibrational level, and I picked that up through my dream state,
you picked it up not through your dream state, but you played it out in your dream state. In other words, it was a vibration that was present within her, and by your association with her, now present within you. And as it is present within you, then it is displayed in your dream state, and as it's and often this is one of the most wonderful conversations about creation and manifestation, because most people are not aware of what they are creating until it manifests, because they are not sensitive to their vibration, meaning they are not sensitive to their emotion. And by not sensitive to emotion, we mean you have it, you just don't take it as the guidance that it is, and often don't respond to it in some way, you see. You're asking a lot of things. The primary thing that you want to know is, did I have any effect? If I'm the creator of my dreams, and I created that in my dream, then did I create the divorce that my mother had, or did I play a part in it? And we say, all of you play a part in everything that you are co-creating, because as you observe it, you offer a vibration about it. As you offer a vibration about it, it's a player. And most people are not doing very much deliberate creating. Most people are not doing much. It would be like observing someone who's sick, and as you observe that they're sick, you're actually adding to their sickness.
Right, so it's a double-edged sword. I could see it a different way.
Because you're accepting it as reality and adding to it. And so if you reach the place where you can see the sickness, and out of that contrasting experience then desire wellness, then take the 10 minutes that we're talking about and bring yourself to the feeling place of the wellness, so that the wellness is more dominant in your vibration than the illness that may be obvious when you look. Now you are helping toward the recovery rather than adding toward the illness or toward the divorce.
So it is possible using these I'm going to say altered states of perception to begin to turn it around and begin to become at least a happy, positive influence. You know, I mean, I know I got to let go of control, but in other words, by giving my attention to the well-being within my mom, I'm facilitating that within her life, or influencing that.
On the other hand, when you say let go of control, and we agree with that. In fact, we say it all the time. We want you to let go of the uncontrollable and give your undivided attention to what is controllable, and what is controllable is your personal alignment. But we also want to say to you that when you care about another, they are part of your creative process too. In other words, this is the thing that makes you all crazy, and it's what makes humanity try so hard to do the impossible thing of controlling humanity. You think you have to control the humanity. You think you have to control the conditions so that you can have good feeling responses to the conditions. Right. When all you have to control is your perception of it. When you sat before Jesus dripping your illness, he did not see your illness. Instead, he knew your wellness. Right. And he knew it so completely because he had practiced the vibration of who you really were. He practiced the vibration of who you really are as a vibrational being. So he didn't allow himself to worry about you. So he was a good influencer. He was an influencer toward the desire that you also wanted to achieve, you see. And that's what co-creation is all about.
Okay.
You are all, when you come together with any other, a room full or one other, each of you has your own vibrational place. And of course, your vibration as an individual has two pieces to it. There's the vibration of who the source within you is, and there's a vibration of what you've got going on this red hot minute. So when two people come together, let's say you're feeling really good and you come together with your mother who may not be. Well, in this communication that is going to take place, you've worked it all out as humans in your co-creative experience. You don't mean to do it, but you do it every single time. There is this desire to communicate and this desire to get on the wavelength that makes the communication possible that you have all become experts at. And what most people do, they work to find resonance with the person that they're talking to rather than maintain resonance with the source within them. In other words, you care what other people think, and in wanting to communicate, so you want to get on the wavelength with them. So what happens is, in most cases, whoever's dominant maintains the vibration. So if you're really practiced in your expectation of well-being and you're interacting with another person, they will, one of two things will have to happen. They'll either have to raise to join you, which will happen if you are really pure and non-resisted in your vibration, or they will vibrate right out of your experience. That it has to be one or the other. But most of you, in your desire to communicate, or in your desire to be of service, or in your desire to be compassionate, or in your desire to have empathy, you focus on where they are, and then you lower your vibration. And then you can have communication, but it's not helpful. What upliftment is maintaining your vibration and insisting that if they're going to communicate with you, if they're going to resonate with you, they have to join you in that higher frequency. And that, in fact, is what your inner being does every single time. Your inner being never joins you in your worry, ever. And in fact, that's why worry feels like worry. Because when your inner being joins you, it feels like elation. When your inner being joins you, it feels like love. When your inner being joins you, it feels like appreciation. When your inner being joins you, it feels like clarity and vitality and eagerness and passion. If you're feeling anything that you would describe as negative emotion, your inner being is not joining you. Not because it isn't present and not because it isn't possible, but because you have vibrated into a frequency that is disallowing it. Yes.